Good morning, everybody, and I want to welcome you back to the shop. Today I'm going to work on the old C10 here, which is on the two-post lift up in the air. And I am a little bit late to the party with the camera because I've already been pretty hard at it this morning. So let's jump right into this thing, shall we? Okay, we'll start up here in the front of the truck. You can see I have removed the windshield. The wiper arm transmission is all gone. I've pulled the cowl vent, the hood hinges. A lot of the weather stripping and stuff has been removed. There's cowl weather stripping that goes on both sides of the cowls. That's gone. Kind of getting everything separated away from the cab, getting ready. I think today my goal is I think I'm gonna pull the cab off the frame today, and once I get that done, I'm gonna set the cab and the bed up and start rust repair. So as you can see on the back end of the truck too, I've removed the back glass and I've gotten rid of both of the fuel tanks off the frame. So like I said earlier, I think I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make this truck lose a little bit of weight today, and just wanna welcome y'all along and sit back and enjoy. I thought I'd take just a few seconds and explain this. I'm not using this clamp to hold this together. What happened was my jack's got the weight of the spring, but when I popped this ball joint up here loose, as I was trying to take the nut off, the ball joint was spinning. So all I'm doing is just using this clamp to pull that ball joint back down into the spindle to hold the nut. So wanted to explain that real quick. That way somebody didn't think I was about to eat a coil spring to the face. I got the front suspension pulled off of this truck, and I'll pull the upper and lower A-frames off off the main chassis whenever I separate the cross member. That'll be down the road just a little bit. But the next step is I'm going to pull the cab off this frame, and I've never pulled a cab off of a frame using a 2-post lift. I've seen it done, but I'm going to try this, and I'm pretty sure it will be all right. But just in case, I'll have it on film that way if I end up having to make a couple of blooper videos. So, but anyway, that's where I'm at now. Cab is next. I'm gonna lower it down and get the frame set down on some casters to where I can roll it out from underneath it once I get the cab lifted. Once the cab's off, I've got a rotisserie. I think I'm gonna try to bolt into this thing and then I'll gut it. So keep watching, thank you. Well, there you go. Their cab's off, came off the frame pretty much uneventful, which I'm thankful for. So was able to stick the 2-post lift arms up under the rockers, and it came right off. I didn't have anything hung up. So now I'm gonna bolt the rotisserie. I've got it rolled into place. I may have to modify my arms just a little bit. My plan is to just bolt this thing in where the cab mounts are at. But if this isn't long enough, I may have to extend the arms. So for the most part, this is pretty much gonna take care of the cab. I'm gonna get it bolted in here, and then I'm gonna finish stripping out the cab. I'm gonna leave the doors on until I get the rockers replaced. That way I can test fit. So that's what's up next. I'm gonna bolt this thing into the rotisserie. So one of the things that I did notice on the frame whenever I was up underneath pulling the fuel tanks, if you'll look at that frame rail, I'm not real sure what has bent that down, and I don't think that that's a factory bend in that frame rail, so I'm gonna have to straighten that up. Also, while I have the frame out, I've got the cab off. Before I pull the engine and transmission out, I'm gonna pre-fit the new cross member I have for the transmission mount. And once I'm done there, I think for the most part, there's a few hangers and stuff that I might get rid of, but other than that, I'm gonna finish stripping the frame down and send it out and have it blasted. On the cab, of course, we've already talked about the cab corners and the rockers that need replaced, but before I can flip the rotisserie, I'm gonna have to drill and pin these arms. Be a little bit frustrating to start to rotate this thing and it fall off that rotisserie. So that rotisserie is actually one I built a few years back, and honestly, it is very heavy duty. So anyway, there it is. It's 3 separate pieces. Everything we'll start getting metal work done and get everything sent out for paint and powder coating. All right, there you have it. So cross member looks like it's gonna fit in really, really well. There's multiple holes on the frame down there to relocate, so I don't think I'm gonna have to do any more modifications on the, as far as drilling any additional holes on the frame. So anyway, I think that's gonna kind of wrap this episode up. I know that's an awful lot of work to be done in, I don't know, maybe a 30-minute video. So I want to take a minute like I always do, and I want to thank you guys for watching. And like I said, I thank the folks that have subscribed to my channel. And It's greatly appreciated, and as usual, I will see you on the next episode. Thanks a lot for watching.